Late Night Health continues. I'm Mark Alyn. Join us at latenighthealth.com and facebook.com/Late Night Health. And we'll like you back if you like us. Right now we go to Southern California, Orange County actually, and we meet with Bill Schultz. He's the CEO of Alignmed. And Bill, before we talk about anything else, I have a question for you. Do you remember when your mom would say, Bill, stand up straight for family pictures and don't make that silly smile?
Yeah, I remember. I wish I'd have paid more attention to her.
Yeah, exactly. Posture's really important, isn't it?
Yeah, posture is our form, and because it's key to our form, it's key to all of our functions.
Internal functions as well as structural?
Right, internal as well. Because if you're not upright in the best position you can be, you're going to cramp your internal organs as well. You're going to have digestive issues. There's hundreds of published studies on how posture not only affects the outside of your body, but the inside of your body as well.
I know that when you go out and you meet somebody for the very first time, that first 10 seconds, there are 3 or 4 things that people notice immediately. And I'm not going to do these in any specific order, but one are the eyes. The next is a smile, and the third is posture. But if you walk in and you're stooped over and schlumpy, you're perceived as being stooped over and schlumpy. Am I correct?
Yeah, posture has everything. It has everything to do with how people perceive us, and it's as physical as it is psychological. How we present our form is how somebody judges us. We've got users of our product that are attorneys that have written papers that in the first 60 seconds of a courtroom, the jury has decided whether they're going to side with you or not based on your posture. The same thing applies if you walk into a restaurant or a nightclub or whatever. They've done studies on it where they'll take a female and they'll move her shoulders and head forward, and she'll get nothing but a second glance. They take the same female, in the same clothing, correct the posture, and she's reformed into something that's very attractive.
Interesting. You spent years in the orthopedic medical field, literally selling devices to orthopedic surgeons. And then one day you were told you needed back surgery.
Yep.
You said no.
Yeah. I was trying to do everything I could to not have back surgery because I had 30 years experience in the development, the design, and the sales of orthopedic instrumentation and orthopedic implants to repair joints that were injured or worn out. So in the middle of my 40s, when I was told that I had a lumbar disc that was protruding, and that was the explanation for the pain and loss of mobility I was having. My pain was chronic pain, and that my options were physical therapy, medication, or surgery, or to become inactive. I turned all of my research efforts into finding another option. And the option came out of elastic skin taping, which 10 years ago was kind of rare. Some trainers, some chiropractors, a couple of doctors putting elastic skin to fire muscles. And they were trying to fire muscles so they could balance the muscles out and get the body functioning better. Somebody told me that could be a solution. I looked for every solution. And lo and behold, it was a solution, but it was a difficulty because you had to have somebody put the skin tape on. It was kind of aggravating. It didn't last for a long period of time. So the concept then was, can you build this kind of controlled elasticity into clothing that's comfortable? And that began the journey.
And today, many athletes wear your products. I believe you have 3 at this point, more in the pipeline. But that athletes are using these either instead of surgery, after surgery, and the average person is using it to stay upright and remain active.
Yeah. Unfortunately, most people don't see the doctor until they're hurt or in pain. Now, when it comes to athletes, they can't afford to do that. They've got to keep themselves in the game. They've got to keep that best body showing up to practice and showing up to the game, regardless of whether you're playing golf, the NBA, Major League Baseball. We had the Kansas City Royals, which were in the World Series this year, they have ordered over 100 posture shirts for us. San Francisco Giants were wearing them too. A lot of NBA, a lot of golfers, a lot of NFL. So their purpose is to keep good form, to prevent an injury, keep those joints aligned.
How does that differ than going to, say, a chiropractor for an adjustment or physical therapy?
That's a good question.
Can you integrate the two together?
Yeah, I'll address the chiropractor first. You go to see a chiropractor when your body is out of alignment. They can do a number of things to put you back together and get you lined up again, and a lot of muscle manipulation. The problem is, after you leave there, you go back to doing the things that got you to the chiropractor in the first place, and you just start repeating the process until things eventually get worse. Now, what we have found is it's too difficult for a chiropractor or a physician to instruct you to be aware of your posture and your movements during the day all the time. Because quite frankly, after the visit, 30 minutes later, you're going to get busy, go do your other things, and you're going to forget about them.
Absolutely.
We're just not behaviorally capable of that.
My wife is always yelling at me about my posture. And last week, I greeted her in our garage. I heard her coming in, and I was wearing the shirt. I was wearing my Myline Pro, and she said, "I have to tell you, you look great. Your stomach is sucked in. You're standing tall, and you look great." And
it's wonderful. You got a good wife.
Absolutely.
For her to care about how you maintain your physical form is awesome. One of the good things, one of the best things about the product is it is a consistent reminder. It isn't necessarily designed to be worn at the gym or during the game. A great place to wear this is while you're sitting, driving a car, while you're at a computer. It's wonderful for when you're flying in an airplane where the body becomes inactive and you get jet lag and the body inflames. It's a wonderful tool for that. The user doesn't have to do anything except wear the garment.
One of the things I've noticed is if I wear it all day and then I take it off tonight, I automatically maintain that better posture. Is that muscle memory? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, it's muscle memory, it's muscle intelligence, and if you were to maintain your posture all day, you'll correct the muscles. You'll retrain the muscles. They'll go back to a natural state instead of a falling forward of the head, neck, and shoulders and the hips. So the muscle retraining component is a big deal.
And it helps with, pain, increased energy, stamina, and I understand it'll even help you drop weight. How does it do that?
Well, we're doing a lot of studies on that, and there's a lot of work that's coming out of Mayo Clinic, for example, where thermogenesis means how your muscles heat. For example, when you go to the gym, the muscles heat up. Okay. Well, when you're practicing good posture, the muscles are active as well. They get active when you put the Alignmed functional apparel on, and it creates a muscle heat. The muscle heat, in turn, turns up metabolism and the rate at which you burn calories. We've got some doctors now calling it the diet shirt.
Oh, is that
This is a fascinating area for us right now.
Do you remember the movie Gone with the Wind, and Scarlett O'Hara is trying to fit into a dress, and she puts on a girdle. I think in the book she had an 18-inch waist or a 16-inch waist. I don't remember. Mm-hmm. But it's a very tiny waist. Mm-hmm. And to get that, she needed to be literally strapped into a girdle. And I can remember my grandmother and my aunts wearing girdles. How do the Alignmed products differ from an ordinary, either a girdle or compression garment?
Yeah, a girdle and a compression shirt, like an Under Armour, they are designed to compress you. They are designed to squeeze you. squeezing is what we don't want to do to you. We put on a form-fitting garment, and then the bands are loaded into the garment, the neural bands. They integrate with the garment, not to squeeze you, but to activate certain muscles that essentially will pull you upright.
Wow. Which is why I feel I'm standing taller.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
we've got a study on that as well. On average, you get about a half to 3/4 inch taller.
And I can use all the help I can get. I understand also that I believe you either received or are in the process of receiving Medicare funding? Or you can buy with a prescription through Medicare?
Yeah, that's a big deal. That just occurred where Medicare has approved the product for reimbursement. So Medicare and private insurance patients can get this prescribed to them and not have to pay for it. For Medicare to do that, for Medicare to approve that, is proof of the effect and the therapeutic effect of the various.
We're out of time, but we will have to do this again. Bill Schultz, the CEO of Alignmed. If you go to latenighthealth.com, go to our guest tab. Bill's picture will be in there. There'll be a story about him as well as a link to the Alignmed website. Bill, thank you very much for joining us.
Mark, thank you.
I appreciate it.